Well, on that topic, let's start our shit show. It doesn't have any drama, I hope. No drama, right, guys? Right? All right.
Well, we could start some.
We can start some drama.
I heard the Devin.
Yeah, that Devin and OBS Solutions. I heard John in there.
Did you know?
Did you? Hey, everyone. Welcome to our shit show, the Truckery podcast, where we talk everything from OBS trucks, which we love, to any trucks for that matter.
Cybertrucks.
No, we're not talking
Which
about Cybertrucks.
We
don't.
talk
No,
about
no.
Cybertrucks.
We talk about them, but we rip on them when we do. Unless,
We've
What?
also ripped on the Kardashians,
that's true, which they need to be ripped apart.
but they're still being talked about,
That sucks. You're right. Let's
just like
about it.
Cybertrucks.
I'm your host, Devin with OBS Solutions,
I'm your other host, John with Carrot Customs.
and our supporting guy in the back over there. Say hi, Mr. Colin.
Hi.
Colin's here to hold our hand and walk us through this,
Yes.
and hopefully, fix our mess ups. Because you know what, John and I are very far from perfect.
Really?
Oh, well, I am. I'm
Yeah.
far from perfect. You're more of closer to that than me. But anyway,
Yeah.
you. Let's go
Yes,
here.
we are both far from perfect.
What do we want to talk about? First thing, Colin actually got on the marketplace before we actually were talking and about getting on the marketplace, and he found this truck that's been on the marketplace for a little bit. What'd you say? 3 weeks?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. Okay.
In Roseburg, Oregon.
This is a 95 F350 roll-along package with 93,612 original miles, brand new transmission, very solid truck, no trade. See more. Hit the see more button there. One of you fine gentlemen. Oh, see less. Now it's see more, see less. All right, never mind. What color would that be?
Tartan.
What?
I still can't say. I
Dark
don't
green.
know. It's Tourmaline
Tourmaline.
or Tourmaline or.
This
I
is
don't
okay. So they made these trucks. It's an XLT with no trim, right? No chrome trim, no moldings.
Yes. Isn't that what the Princess truck is?
Right, and I always like these trucks because the chrome moldings or the moldings and the chrome trim, I hit and miss. They look good on some they don't. This truck looks good with none.
Yeah, I
This
agree.
looks- and it looks like it's got a shackle reversal. It's sitting maybe on 4 inches of lift, give or take.
Yeah, like stock rear, leveled front. Yeah, it's got a shackle reversal.
It's got an old school.
It's got your tailgate.
It does our tailgate panel. It's got an old school trucker. I call it the semi trucker rear bumper.
Yep,
Uh,
with lights in it.
yeah. What are we
I
on?
like
Are we on
that.
Alcoas?
Yeah,
Stock Alcoas. It's got tinted windows. The truck looks good.
this thing. It's an Oregon truck.
100%. It's
Ooh,
dude. The interior is
tan
awesome.
interior.
Which you don't see that often, right?
No, normally I would expect a gray interior on
Yep.
this.
And it's got now it's a roll along package. Is that why you have that wood grained look on the trim?
Yeah, that's called the luxury.
Oh, the
90s luxury.
A 90s luxury.
Luxury. Still though, under 100K. It's pretty. Oh, the roll along. I haven't seen that before. In the pocket
Yeah.
that by the right foot.
We can't zoom in on that. What do those say? Down? Was that
Driving, running, and auxiliary.
lights?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know what they do, but
I don't know either. Engine bay is all stock with the stock cover over the fuel bowl, which some people eat that up.
yeah. The hood mat needs some attention.
Yeah,
But not bad.
No.
I mean, 93K, that thing was probably eaten away by mice.
probably. What else we got for pictures? That's
it.
That's a good looking truck.
I mean, how much is this?
26.
26K. Honestly, not that bad considering that 460 we were talking about last episode for 24
Yeah, that's
with
what
100 and
Like 130 or 120 or something
Colin
like
brought
that.
this to my
Yeah.
attention. Said I really lost out on that comment because this one's actually a better deal.
this is a way better deal.
Way better deal. Damn it, Colin. Thanks for nothing.
I mean, it's like an OG truck.
Now, if it's the same Picknells that we've seen at the truck show, who have some very nice OBS Fords, I bet
Don't they also have some very nice semi trucks?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
I'd like to see the inside of the bed.
Yeah. Does it look like it has a plastic liner? No, it looks maybe sprayed.
It's hard to say.
I mean, this truck looks like a truck you could buy right now and probably do a little bit of maintenance on, but have a really solid truck for another 200K.
That's a good looking truck. I would think that it'd be hard to find a truck under 100K that if it's that clean for 26K and maybe
Yeah.
get them down to 24, 25.
Yeah.
check this out on Marketplace, you guys. People ask all the time for clean trucks. This is one I would definitely want to see in person. And knowing the owners that, we've seen at the truck show.
Are they from Roseburg?
I believe so. Yeah, Kenny. I think Kenny knows them more than anything. Than I do. I think he's talked to him multiple times. So
nice.
Anyway, moving on. Topics today. I was pulling out in the Bronco there night of the shop, and the shop's on a very slow street, and this guy in a brand new Mustang has to race down the sucker in front of me before I pulled out. Right?
Oh yeah.
Just like there's cars that just went by me, so it's not like he has a long stretch, but he just had to rev up and the new Mustangs make some cool noises.
Yeah.
Right. And he goes by me Mach 2 and then gets on the brakes. And I'm like, what a jackass, right? So I started thinking in my brain, why is it always new Mustang people, new Corvette people, Charger people, Challenger people?
Yeah.
They're like the same type of human, right?
Do they still make a new Camaro? Or is that...
I think they quit doing that.
Died.
I don't know. That's a good question. But my comment was, I told Kenny, I'm like, why is it always the credit card builds? The credit card, like, just go in there and swipe away and horsepower away.
I think because there's more to prove in that instance.
Oh. So, like, hey, I got this thing. I got to make noises because I got to get my noise per mile return.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, they all cost money. But when you're paying on it monthly, a high amount.
Sure.
And you bought it just for that purpose, like, you better make it known.
So in the truck world, because I'm a truck guy, not a car guy, your credit card builds, as I call them, Kenny and I call them, that you just go to the dealership and swipe away, would be our Dodge TX. What is that?
TRX.
TRX. Our lovely Raptors, of course.
Yeah.
What's another one that I'm missing out in the truck world? I think that's about, well, your trimmers, your fully loaded trimmers, be another one.
Yeah.
What's another one for the manufacturer? Is that it in the truck world? We only have.
Is there any from Chevy?
Oh yeah, the Chevy doesn't have. Don't they have a?
Or GM?
I mean, they used to do like the SS packages, but I don't think they don't do that anymore.
You know what?
There's the Trail Boss though.
Trail Boss.
The
That's
Trail
one.
Boss.
That's not very.
But I mean, the Chevy stuff, they also like. It's not. I don't remember there being really much fast stuff.
No,
it's like they partner with like AEV for like the quote off-roady built up trucks, but fast stuff. I mean, there was the Fox Factory is doing that Chevy the 1500,
which is like they call it the Raptor Eater or Killer or something like that, which look really cool.
But it's not a Chevy factory package. It's another. It's a
like
company making it.
You would think that that Chevrolet would get on that bandwagon, at least produce something.
Yeah, that's interesting. I haven't really thought about that much. Like, I think like the ZR2, like he has,
right. That's about it.
That's about it. But they're pretty sweet. Like to have a factory front and rear e-lockers.
We talked about that already.
Front.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I think that to me is one of the coolest mid-sized trucks that I've seen in a long time. The new it's like. Colin's body style is rad, and that newer one is even cooler looking. You see it coming down the road. It's like there's a million Tacomas out there,
right?
And you see one of those, you're like, that thing looks cool.
Yeah, Tacoma's a little overplayed.
It is,
but Toyota in general, it's hard to beat a Toyota.
It is, I know, but Ford, if they come out with the Ranger Raptor, aren't they supposed to do that, right?
Yeah, it's out.
Is it out?
Right?
Okay,
yeah.
And I saw some companies selling a straight axle kit for the new Rangers. I can't remember who it was. You're doing Super Duty axles on these things.
Really?
Yes.
In a Ranger.
And it looks sweet. I can't remember. You okay, bud?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right. I think that it's AIDS. I knew it. It's AIDS.
I am dying of AIDS.
I think they're rocking like a 37 with no cut fenders. And it was low slung.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah. The Ranger Raptor is pretty sweet.
I wish they'd sell trucks like that with straight axles. Like, okay, hey, we're selling our Raptors that every soccer mom in Bend is driving around, right? But then if like you want to pay extra, solid axle, coilovers, linked front and rear, you're like, yes, I'll pay extra for that. So
you're just never going to get it because of drivability,
right? Or safety.
That's true.
And safety.
It's drivability and the cost and weight.
Okay, here's one for you. Back in the 70s when muscle cars were such a big deal, did they care about drivability? in the sense of driving correctly?
Obviously not.
Right. Did they
obviously not to our standards now.
Correct.
Back then, you're doing this and the thing's still going straight.
That was the norm.
Yeah.
That was pretty pinnacle.
Yeah. So we've gotten so good that we can't produce stuff that's rowdy. Like, it's not going to be as precise as...
That's one of the things I admittedly will watch some of the Heavy D Sparks videos on YouTube. And he recently had a Jeep Gladiator done by some company. And they put like a 1,000 wheel horse Hellcat motor in it. Okay. And it's all 4-linked and all this other stuff. I'm like, it takes a lot to be able to put that much power through like a 4-link that's meant to articulate.
Yeah.
And not have it be really like loose and sloppy. Goofy.
Even our blue truck running the Desolate straight axle kit with that much go-go, it really does some weird driving habits at times.
Yeah.
With that much, torque and power to it. And it's not like a ton, but 500, and then what it does to at times on drivability, it does have some characteristics that aren't normal.
Right.
So it's like, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to like,
and that's where you get away from a solid axle.
Yeah.
And you've got A-arms.
Steering's a little more precise.
Steering and a steering rack versus a box.
Yeah.
And things are a lot more precise.
Yeah, that's true. And you don't have any vague of bump steer or anything like that.
No.
But yeah, it's funny. Super Duties, you can take them. You can do 4 inches of lift. You don't feel any of that. They take it like a champ.
Right. Yeah,
maybe even 6. I've never driven one with 6 or 8, but like
I mean, the more lift you get, the more angle you get in your
right. But if we lengthen it all the way to match the steering, it should theoretically not give us any bump steer. Really, it should be minimal.
As long as your drag link and your track bar are equal length,
correct,
and at the same angles. But then you get into where they're mounted on the front of the axle, they need to be in line too, because if that is rotating, it can cause it to corkscrew.
It's a whole thing with science.
There's a lot of geometry.
Right. Well,
it's one of the things I was talking about to I forget, but when I went to the high school to talk to metal class kids about stuff, the teacher, who's a buddy of mine and a mechanical engineer, was like, so what kind of classes do you wish you would have had or paid more attention to? And back when I was in high school, we didn't have any of the cool things that the kids are able to get now. But I'm like, honestly, geometry.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
I wish I would have, I wish geometry would have been taught in a way where learning all of that was if all of geometry was based off of suspension theory, I would have eaten it up.
Right.
It would have been so good. But instead it's just memorize this formula to figure this out. And it's nobody gives a shit. When am I going to use this in life? And then when life happens and you're like, oh, I could actually use that.
It needs to be applied in real world application. It's almost like I hated history, right? I hated history in school. It's boring, snoring. The teacher sucked in the sense of no drive to be enthusiastic after teaching it. But then you watch early history channels and it's all about World War I, World War II. And you're like, oh my God, I eat this shit up because it's got pictures and it explains it better. And it goes over the stuff well, why didn't the teacher could have said it, but being a person that learns more by, I don't know, videos or something. Maybe I'm a little autistic that way, but why is it you cared more watching on the History Channel, learn more there than I ever did in a classroom? Same theory,
Well, and if you think about how it's produced on the History Channel, is you want it to be enticing to watch.
Yeah.
That is what's going to keep people engaged. A teacher is not paid based on how engaged their students are.
Yeah, that's true.
Not saying that teachers should be paid based off of that, but if there was an incentive where your class better friggin' hit,
right? You better have good results.
Got to have some good results.
So if you're a teacher, a teacher in school right now, getting ready for your teaching degree or whatever, listen, if you're gonna do history, if I was you, I would dress up as Hitler to do World War II. God. Or if I was going to talk about the Civil War, dress up as a Confederate and teach your class. Like really get out there.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then potentially get canceled.
Lose your job.
Lose your job.
Listen, I listen to this podcast. I listen to stupid podcasts. This guy said to dress
We
up.
are not liable for any
This is not an advice podcast, right?
Yeah. We give zero life or financial advice.
Lisa comes to me. There's some lawsuit after you guys. What's this about?
Yeah. Somebody said to dress up as Hitler. Devin.
Well, I just said, like, just like to illustrate how bad it is.
Make it interesting.
Make it interesting.
Like, figure out a reason why you should learn that geometry formula. Like teach people things.
Yeah, but how many kids cared about suspension in school? Not very many. I feel like.
But they probably care more about that than just like memorize this formula. It's like, what am I memorizing this formula for? Everybody's like, when I'm an adult, I'm never going to use algebra again in my life.
Wait, now we have phones that can do it for us.
It's true. I remember that.
You still have to know how to type it in right, though.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
Do.
I'm sure. Can we use Chat GPT for that?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you could.
See?
Yeah.
But what do you even need school for?
I got in trouble in school because I had one of those like graphing calculators.
Okay.
And for a test, I figured out how to program it where all I had to do was input what the variables were. And then it would just figure out the equation and give you the answer.
Wow.
The teacher said, you're not allowed to do that. I'm like, why not? If I can figure out how to program it, why can't I do, like, why do I have to show my work? If I can just like write the answer down.
It's funny because the world has changed so much that it's more about figuring out how to make a tool do the job than actually your brain doing the job, right? Because now we have our phones, we have computers, we have like, hey, how do you don't even like really anymore. You're not going to, I did algebra for 3 years in high school or 2 years in high school. I remember how to do this. Let me write this out. Most people just go to their phone.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you remember being told, like, you can't use a calculator because when are you going to always have a calculator on you? Well, I currently have like a supercomputer in my pocket at all times, and I'm an average person.
And now we have Chat GPT or whatever you want to call it. Sorry. And now it even makes things even easier.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like product description. Like we're writing product description for the AMP steps. Dude, send it with a chat.
You have to be careful with that, though.
Okay.
From what I've heard, if you have it all done, AI,
okay,
then Google will, at least, and I don't know for sure, but Google can downgrade your site
because it knows when something's AI.
Because they know it's AI and it doesn't have like
it doesn't look more original,
so
and it doesn't. Yeah,
it's good to use that for ideas.
Yeah,
but then go in and make it a little more your own so that you don't get downgraded in the Google search.
Well, anything's better than nothing because when it comes to the product description, Ricky and I struggle street. So thank you.
It's rough.
It is, right?
And on that note, on the AMP steps, we just installed AMP steps on that red truck.
Our set?
Yep. And we have installed your set and the one that CP supplies because a customer brought it to us and wanted it installed. Okay. Yours, way, way better.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. Okay.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, thank you.
The way it is all assembled really goes together quite nice. The wiring harness is so much simpler.
It's easy, right?
It's so easy.
And it's clean. You don't have to do two relay. It's just, dude,
yes.
that's a hodgepodge abortion.
Basically, all you have to do is get power to it.
Yeah, that's it. You use 99% of the AMP system electric, like their wiring harness and everything.
Yeah. No, it worked really, really well.
Sweet.
And
there's more importantly, the fucking how sturdy they are is what we're after. They're rigid. They mount to structural points, not just drilling through the floor pan. Which, dude, if you've had those other AMP steps that we've installed, those other AMP steps that you drill through the floor pan, they're a joke.
They're a joke.
And you can feel the pan flex when you step on them. I'm about 200 pounds. I will jump on our AMP steps and the other ones we've installed before. Ours, you don't see the rockers flex or nothing, or the floor pan. The other ones, you see it. So eventually, I feel like those floor pans will crack out.
They're going to buckle.
And the last thing is that other guy's set doesn't line up 100% from the passenger or from the front of the cab to the back. It puts the board in a bind. That's the first thing. That's the one thing we really noticed is the other set, when you install them, you'll bolt them down and it puts the board in a slight twist.
Yep.
And we've seen some of those amp brackets start cracking from being in that twist. And so when they fold down, the back of it is angled down and the front is like level. So they're in a bind.
Right.
And so that's one thing that Oscar and I could never, like, we looked at that like, I won't ever install these on my own truck.
No.
And so that's why we came up with that system that has a Heim that you can adjust, that you can level it out and get them all dialed in.
Yeah, no, it's very nice.
Well, that's a great product plug. Thanks, John.
Yeah. The install instructions, like the wiring, because we got like the first one you guys sent out, like step 1. And that was it.
Yeah,
and
Oscar,
I almost called you.
You should have.
And was going to be like, hey, can I give Grant Oscar's number?
Yes.
So that if there's any questions on this, like, or feedback, that he can pass that
100%.
on.
You should have.
And he was going to, but he figured it out. He's like, honestly, going off of the limited instructions that were there, which for everybody listening, that was the
you guys are in a hurry for him. So
preliminary instructions.
Right. We just sent it. I know Ricky was like, dude, we got to get these to John. He needs them right now. The truck's leaving. Guy wants these amp steps. And we're like, Oscar was freaking out because the instructions weren't done. Yeah, it was drama. It was a lot of drama.
But it was fine. Yeah, and he did not need to call Oscar. I mean, Grant's a smart dude. So he's above your average installer, but
it's pretty good.
Were you waving?
No.
Oh, okay.
The thing that cracks me up is the switch we use.
Yeah.
Simple, clean.
Very.
I don't like drilling through sheet metal, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't think there was much drilling, though.
You just have to oversize the factory bumper.
Yeah.
Which isn't that big a deal.
Simple.
Those trucks, Brick Noses never had factory bumpers, and some early.
Yeah, you told me that.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So what? Some engineers we need a bumper here by the striker.
Yeah, maybe to make it feel tighter.
And here's another one for you. Our door jamb switches that are always the steel and they're always in the front of the doors, right? In the front part.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know some trucks in the 99 or in the 91, 92, 93 era, they didn't have them there. One driver's side had one there. Passenger side had it down on the on the, what would that be? The B pillar. Yeah, the B pillar. That's why. Okay, you ever see on crew cab trucks? There's a rubber plug and it's square.
Yeah.
That's where a door switch went in, but it didn't go in crew cab trucks. It went in on single cab trucks.
Weird.
On the passenger side only.
Why?
I don't know. You can actually look up, if you were to look up door jab switches on OBS Fords, you'll see 90% of them are that steel one that you can get anywhere.
Yep.
Then they'll show you a plastic one that is like a square that goes in there.
Odd.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
You think these trucks, and we were going down this road of trying to figure out door switches. I'm like, what is this plastic? What is this area that's cut out or manufactured? You pulled it out, you pull that rubber plug out, and it's an area where you can put a screw in and it retains a switch of some sort. I'm like, what is this about? Oscar and I are like, why do crew cab trucks have this? I've never seen it anywhere else. And it's because I think what Ford did is when they built these trucks, they're obviously they had one machine building the B pillar, right? And they just put that on all crew cab trucks, or they use that in multiple applications. Right,
because your B pillar is going to be different for all different body styles.
For us getting into the steps and the amp steps and anything with the body seams or our seat brackets,
right? We
always work off of the rib under the truck that's structural. And so we've seen Broncos, extended cabs, single cabs, and crew cabs. You can tell where Ford just okay, we're using this seatbelt rib that goes underneath the truck, and we're going to use it for this, this, and this. And then, okay, we need to twist it and manipulate it for this application, but it's almost the same one each time.
Right.
They just do. And so the same thing with our sheet metal for our A, B, and C pillars or whatever versus what cab we have.
Yeah.
So it's this whole interesting thing when every manufacturer does it, right? We just don't pay attention to it.
Exactly. You notice it far more when you're actually developing parts for it.
Yeah. I just think it's kind of cool from a manufacturing standpoint. You think of a machine stamping out this metal because they're not, if from a manufacturing part, that's a machine that's taking a flat piece of sheet metal and folding it and manipulating it. And I think that's pretty cool because to do that takes a ton of pressure and a mold that has to be pretty exact.
Oh, yeah.
For that era.
And you wonder, what did they do with all those machines?
I don't know.
Like, what's the process for when you come out with a new body style? What do you do with your old molds?
I almost wonder if like there's a... So I heard that from a mutual friend of ours who deals in the titanium world that there's a titanium manufacturer in Albany, which is a main titanium manufacturer of aerospace parts.
Cellmet.
Thank you. That they have to hold on to their molds for 10 years for airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
Because the airplane gets built, right? From Boeing or whoever says, I need this part made. They make it, and then they make a certain amount of these parts, and they have to hold on to the mold no less than 10 years.
And is that like mandatory?
Mandatory, because those planes are... Look how long planes stay in the air.
They're
a long time. You look at like, you hop on a plane and you're like, dude, what's the odometer on this bad boy? When was the manufacture date? You probably don't want to know.
Like millions of miles.
So you think that's airplane, which is next level compared to derpy old Ford trucks, but I don't know. And then the question I have is, then you have aftermarket companies, right? Like all your aftermarket sheet metal companies, are they grabbing those molds? Or I hate to say this, but when you get aftermarket body panels, you can definitely tell they're not factory molds.
No.
They're having to re-engineer them, or
they're factory molds that they're running thinner gauge,
or they're made in China and they're a knockoff.
Yeah.
Speaking of China, I heard a good one. So we were talking to our buddy Ryan, and he was saying he was talking to an insider manufacture parts, and the battle now is with like SEMA and these other companies or these other places when there's new products and stuff coming out, and you see Chinese people showing up, right, and snapping pictures and with the product and stealing ideas and the products, right? And they use... So he said he was talking to a friend of his that's in he's in the aerospace business. He said what they're happening now is they really crack down on cameras and people taking pictures of products that are just being released, so there aren't knockoffs made. So now what they're doing is, now this is what he told me, they're taking very good looking Asian women, going up to these companies of whatever they are, and they hold the product in their hand. Like they go like this to hold the product up and take a picture, and they have the length and distance of these women's hand or fingertips so they can get a rough idea.
My gosh.
They get a rough idea of how big this item is that they're holding.
Dude.
Is that not diabolical?
Makes sense.
Right.
I was just watching, have you heard of John Malenke on YouTube? He's a woodworker, and he's doing these reviews, and one of them was doing just like counterfeit tools versus legit ones. Okay. So like DeWalt, counterfeit and legit, Makita, and Milwaukee, and going over it, and it is crazy, some of the similarities in manufacturing that they do, but they're like completely different. But it like stamped DeWalt.
Oh, they're getting that ballsy.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because there's no repercussion over there. Right.
They don't. What are they gonna do? Get a slap on the wrist?
Yeah, you can't sue a Chinese company.
Wow, never thought about that. What is the repercussions for that?
There is none. That's why. And when I was looking into having the OmniDash done, everything I read was, if you have it outsourced to China, you can guarantee within 3 months there's going to be a replica of it that is released for like pennies on the dollar. You like, what are you going to do? They don't work off the same legal system we work off.
Sure, I never thought about that.
They don't have the same laws that we have. Like you can't do anything about it.
And then you have a product that may not be made to your specifications.
Oh, it's not.
And then like people get them like, man, I can't believe this John Carrick product sucks ass. I got off of Temu.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Same with, but like on much larger scales.
Interesting. That's a new one. Never thought about that.
Yeah, that it's there's like basically like China has like their ability to reverse engineer and manufacture products is insane compared to what we are able to do. Not saying that it's ethical or legal what they're doing.
Sure.
But for them to be able to take a Milwaukee impact driver, reverse engineer it, and produce it and brand it the same as Milwaukee and sell it for a third of the price and still make money is wild.
Well, on that note, they'll never be able to reproduce an OBS part or OBS truck. So
no. Yeah, I'm not worried about our parts.
Well, you don't want to reproduce our parts anyway. They're not really that good anyway.
The market's not Amazon friendly.
That being said, you want to hit up the marketplace?
Let's do it.
All right.
Do we have a location?
You just have to tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right. Killeen, Texas.
Ooh.
That might be good.
Okay. How do you spell that?
Killeen.
Killeen.
And just to put a bow on our why doesn't Chevy make fast trucks thing anymore? It looks like Yenko made like a limited production 1500 that's a 800 horsepower supercharged LT1.
What year was that?
2001.
Wow. Like the old Yenko.
Yeah, the same Yenko.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's rumors, no real proof of it yet. There's just been a patent filed that they are they're initializing a project called Project Meteor, which they're rumoring is going to be the ZRX, which would potentially be a Colorado with, they're assuming, an LS.
Oh, wow.
And things like that.
Dude,
so
that'd be
a supercharged
no real
LS Colorado.
Yeah, like no real proof of anything yet, just like all
rumors.
speculation, but it is a patent that was put in, and with the Project Meteor is being dubbed as the wanting to kill the dinosaurs.
Wanting to kill the dinosaurs. Wow, okay.
I.e. Raptor and
right. Okay, that I see. Okay.
I like it. And the TRX.
TRX, yeah. That's a good one, huh? I always like the Chevy SS all-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah.
Cat Eye Chevrolet SSs.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
I have a Christmas tree ornament of one.
They're so cool. A friend of mine has one he's going to sell. Red.
Why don't you buy it?
I don't need any more trucks.
Yeah, you do.
Nope. I'm good. I'm good.
Do you know how many trucks you have?
Yeah.
Like right now? Nope. Too long.
I couldn't tell. I mean, I think it's like 7. I think it's that many. That count? Yeah, 7. I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I just picked up a 9. 9.
Does that include Tacoma and Super Duty?
Yeah, I included those.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just picked up a clean. I can't say one owner, but 33,000 mile F250 2-wheel drive 460 long bed, obviously, unmolested, all OG.
OG truck.
Yeah, it's freaking cool from an old guy, sweet home guy.
Yeah,
very cool.
Jealous.
All right, moving on. First thing I'm noticing, the 97 F250 Super Cab heavy duty short bed. That's my kryptonite. I want to own one.
I want one.
I want one. So yeah,
share the screen.
Look at that thing.
Yes, we'll do.
I hope this thing is as clean as it looks on the pictures.
Okay. 301,000 miles.
Ooh.
Located in Nevada, Texas. And the description: an amazing OBS Ford.
Amazing.
4x4 5-speed.
16.
So it's a 21.
Yeah, 21.
Just put new tires on it, runs and drives with no issues. Heat and AC work. I have heard that the crew cab or the extended cab short beds, like most all of them came manual.
Really? I did not hear that.
Yeah.
Is that diesel only or 460?
No, I think it's both.
Okay. I didn't know that.
If you look at them, they're more common in manuals.
They're the coolest combo in a truck.
They're a cool combo. Because they have a short wheelbase.
She looks a little bit haggard.
She's a little rough. She's sat out in the Texas sun.
Paint's coming off of it.
White with the gold stripe.
Right. Does the wheels come with it in the back? That's the question I want to know.
It doesn't say.
Okay.
Listed 2 days ago. Ooh, that steering wheel cover.
I hate steering wheel covers, by the way.
I do too.
I fucking hate them. They're terrible. They feel like crap. Just get your steering wheel recovered. It's not that, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that expensive.
No.
To me, that when you get in a vehicle, the steering wheel is the first thing you touch, right? Besides the door handle. And like you grab that thing, and if it's got a stupid cover on, like it just feels cheap and cheesy. And then I always go, I want to see underneath the steering wheel, or the cover that is. And you pull it back, and it just looks like dog shit.
It disintegrates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Or if you have a nice steering wheel cover, put a sunshade up so it doesn't scorch the leather.
Yep.
I heard another one. Don't make sure your hands are clean, because that's like hand lotion kills it. So like people, or anything with the other one, people have alcohol wipes, or like when COVID was big, right? Everyone had the fucking hand sanitizer. That kills the leather steering wheels as well.
My mom is one that keeps a thing of lotion in her car, so that she and it's like almost a weird habit where when she gets in the car, like she has to put lotion on her.
Oh, I bet her steering wheel feels all soft and nasty and just.
Yeah. Well, I think my dad's cracked old hands help to,
suck it up.
Yeah. They take turns driving.
Right.
He drives in the open areas, and she drives in traffic because they're both old people.
Right.
But yeah,
the steering wheel to me is a big one. Like you never see people really taking care of them.
No.
Put leather treatment on them.
Yeah.
Anyway, this isn't terrible.
It's brown interior, cracked dash pad. Somebody screwed in a CB, handheld radio mount into the.
That's awesome.
The dash.
Is that the only pictures we got?
Yeah,
that's it.
There's one interior picture. The roof is losing a lot of paint. This is not a $10,000 truck, in my opinion, especially with 301.
Look at the armrest. Look how nasty the armrest is. What is that? Look
that's rugged.
It's like it's got scabies or something.
The only thing is, after talking to Paul and Chris about how Texas trucks typically have more miles because Texas is a large place, got to drive.
Makes sense.
So I kind of get it, but I think we've harped on this enough on this podcast. But if you don't know, this truck having 301,000 miles, it could have 401. It could have 500.
Sure.
Because on an OBS, 92 to 97, once they hit 399,999,
they roll over.
They roll back to 300,000. They don't go to 4. So anything over 300K is a gamble. And you could end up with an excursion. I
did say that. I was going to say anything.
that has an unknown amount of miles on it without even changing the cluster.
It's like Forrest Gump. It's like a box of chocolates. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah. So if you got a truck that's 398,000 and you're thinking about putting it up for sale, just keep driving a couple thousand miles.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Let it roll back over.
You got 300.
Shenanigans.
Totally legal. You didn't roll it over. It did it on its own.
Don't do that, people. Don't do that.
Just be honest.
All right, what's next? This thing's really rough. We gotta.
This is rough.
We gotta find something better here. Let's find
John,
good.
Texas is 2.7 times bigger than Oregon.
That makes sense.
Let's check out this OBS 94 F-150 short.
I knew that was what you were going with.
Well, it has a map. No, not that one. No, that's a Centurion truck.
It is.
Oh my gosh, Centurion trucks. I find it comical.
Who's listing this?
Oh, you thought?
Ooh, I know who this guy is.
That guy got spicy. That guy got real spicy.
Yeah. He's the one that's all about putting the modern.
Yes.
Should we go to a different truck?
Yeah, probably should. Okay. Let's get away from that one.
Let's just avoid that.
No, right here on the top, 19,950, 94 F-150. That truck looks possibly interesting. Mass Air.
Okay.
Let's
94 Super Cab short bed in Leander, Texas.
With 80,000 miles.
You want to read the description?
Go ahead, hit the button. 94 F-150 Club Cab 4x4 XLT Calypso and white. We should probably a 5.0. That kind of sucks. 4-wheel drive, 80,000 original miles. Carfax, no accidents, all original. Has been in Texas his whole life. Like new Michelin tires, AC, ice cold AC, everything works. Interior is in amazing shape. Has had covers on since new. Zero rips, tears, very clean truck inside out. The pictures tell the story. Okay, let's check this thing out because, I mean, I'm a sucker for that. Oh,
You can tell what color that is?
Kinda. That I don't care. That's a badass truck right there.
It is.
That's a nice truck.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm colorblind, and I would probably tell you that's white on like a silvery color, but John's gonna tell you Calypso.
Are you serious?
Dude, it looks like a bluish color to me. Seriously.
Well, it is a bluish color.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
But you said silver.
Well, silverish blue. Like, I mean,
okay.
All right. We can agree on that.
Yeah, we can agree.
Okay. So, and this thing is I call them party cap stumpy box.
And it's got the 16 package.
The 16 package, which is our 4x4 off-road. The moldings all look legit. Rocking. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
What?
Factory non-bumper. It's got some aftermarket derpy bumper.
Oh,
looks
you're right.
like, but
there's a couple dings.
Yeah, that's those serious dings. That kind of sucks. This thing's getting.
Somebody bought this to use it.
Maybe it's at 80,000 miles. I mean, it's still a very cool looking truck.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But look at the hammered. Dude, go back to your last picture. Check this out. Look at the driver's side rear wheel trim. Look at it, looks hammered.
Yeah.
Look at that. Looks like it was like in a garage, and the wife pulled in and she started opening the door on it.
But
or the kid would. Look at that. It looked like it was hammered.
It? Okay.
Tailgate panel doesn't look really pristine.
Ooh, check out the Nylite.
Nice.
The Nylite LED backup lights. It's got a backup camera.
Well, and you're running the ball on the bumper. That always scares me.
Yeah, dude. I hook up my dump trailer with the skid steer.
Nice on the factory.
To that bumper.
That's a structural piece.
Seat covers.
They look legit.
Yeah, it's the twin bucket seats with center console.
Which
I like that.
I like those. 100%. Yeah. That's cool.
They're cool.
What else?
Great interior. Oh, under the seat covers.
Okay.
This guy gets it.
I almost think this guy bought it to sell.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking here. Greased it up. But it said it's one owner. So bed looks, besides it being bed lined, looks legit. No dents from here.
Yeah, it looks really good. Look at those Michelins.
Oh man, that's an off-road tire and a half.
That's just a game changer.
I don't hate this truck.
I don't either.
5.0 sucks because usually they're pretty gutless.
5.0, 20 grand.
20 grand's a steep number. If it was no dents, like no dents at all, original bumper in the rear.
Yeah.
Maybe 16, 17.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't think I can't muster for that.
For the half-ton market?
Well, I'm just cheap in general.
Not really. You know what,
I know what things are worth.
That's not a bad looking truck. And for that color combo is pretty cool. Let's find something to really bash on. Not to the bottom left. That's giving Paul a hard time. I love it. What do we got?
So basically anything old F-Series, we kind of deal.
I like the voiceover. That's pretty good. Right there. What is that?
In Conroe, Texas?
That looks kind of cool.
I feel like I can get my Paul Rutledge voice going.
You can get
Dude, that thing's got a ranch hand bumper.
A color matched.
Is that a CM bed?
I don't know if it's a CM bed.
Ooh.
That thing looks good.
That's a Texas truck right there.
That does not look that bad.
Ever seen one?
Oh, it's an HD bed. I don't know the difference there.
No, it's CM.
Is it?
Yeah, I said CM.
I like the videos now you see.
I do too.
I mean, I'm not
Though I was hoping to see a video of it just rolling coal down the road like that, the Ruby truck.
Oh, yeah, that really depicts how well it's taken care of.
Super Duty seats.
Hopefully they're using a decent bracket system, not just drill holes to the pan.
Okay, so this is a 95 Ford F-350 Crew Cab XLT asking $25,500, listed 2 weeks ago in Conroe, Texas. By the time you hear this, it'll be a month ago. And the description says, time to sell my baby.
Okay.
Outstanding truck, but hardly gets driven. I can get more pictures upon request. 95 F350 7.3 crew cab auto 4-wheel drive dually 261k miles. Clean title in my name. This truck was originally 2-wheel drive dually and was converted. Leather Super Duty interior, ranch hand with winch. Currently has a CTS 3 tuner for gauges, and the mild towing tune, cold AC, hot heat, CM flatbed, brand new Falcon tires, brakes, rotors, brake lines, brake booster and master cylinder, intercooler, baby swamps, injectors, rebuilt OEM turbo, brand new transmission, pump and torque converter. So it's not new transmission, it just has a new pump and torque converter.
Interesting.
New starter, upgraded custom battery cables, mechanical fuel pump has been deleted, so that probably has e-fuel.
I would
exhaust, Bilstein 5100s, adrenaline H-pop. Does have a small oil drip like most 7.3s from the oil pan, but I have a Moroso gasket kit that will be included. That's a cheap gasket kit for a lot of labor job. Just saying. Headliner is sagging some, but for the right price, it can be replaced. Okay.
All right.
It is black.
I like that color.
I like the color with the brown stripe and the bumper. It looks like it has bushwhacker front flares.
Yeah,
Dually Alcoas.
I like that thing.
Black and white.
Oh, that's better for me to look at.
Yeah. You can't see this.
I don't mind this truck at all. This truck's kind of cool.
I don't mind it either. I don't like ranch hand bumpers.
No, I don't either. They stick out too far. But that
I
truck,
like the CM flatbed. I like a fully skirted flatbed.
Right.
Like Brian Castleman's.
Right. I don't know. I kind of like some flatbeds that aren't skirted too, though. I kind of like that look of open wheel look at times.
I like that on record. Actually, I don't know. I think I always like skirted.
I don't. I like open wheeled ones too.
Okay.
There's some like Derek Barry's truck that have no skirts.
Yeah, Derek's looks
really
bad.
good. I think it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then you see frame and stuff like that. So to me, it is what it is. That's a cool looking truck. I was thinking we're gonna beat up on this thing, but that actually,
it's not a bad truck.
No, and for the price, price might be.
I want to know how the seats were mounted. Oh, it's a man of taste. He took these.
He did. So looking at, okay, so I can see the leg right there on your passenger front seat. It looks like it's just drilled to the floor. I don't see anything. Maybe I'm missing it. You can't zoom in on it. So
it's got two things of brake fluid in the cup holders.
And some oil. So maybe it comes ready for
tranny fluid.
Maybe it comes with it. That's your maintenance kit.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not terrible.
A few extra floor mats in the front.
Just a couple. It looks like it's your front and rear set, which isn't terrible as well. A cool CB.
Yeah, Cobra.
Yes, I mean
that's the end of the pictures.
That's
CTS 3 with gauges.
Oh, gauge pods.
I'm not a gauge pod fan.
I'm not a gauge pod fan. The it's not the gauges itself. It's usually the pods that don't match the pillar, or they just doesn't mount right. I don't know, but everyone's different.
Mount right.
I mean, just the exterior of the truck looks unique.
All in all, seems like a solid work truck.
I don't like the mirrors. I don't like the jungle gym mirrors, but some people do. So I thought we were gonna find something spicy, but we're not.
No, this is good. It's not one to beat up on. No. Like the body and paintwork is it's pretty solid. He just fired it up. See the battery?
Oh, that is true. Well, steering wheel cover, son of a bitch.
And look at the diamond plate for the.
That was like old school.
That's OBS Solutions, right?
No, there's nothing more I hate than diamond plate. I'm not a diamond plate guy. What else? We gotta find something good here. Come on, let's. Oh, is that a Lightning? Ford Lightning. We gotta hit that one
right here.
Yes,
in Kyle, Texas.
Please be nice.
Okay. Oh, you gonna read it?
I'm a sucker for Lightnings. I always thought they're kind of cool. 94 Ford Lightning 5.8. Obviously. Original Lightning, clean title. Scroll down there if you would, Mr. John. $284K, $12,000 or $12,800 OBO only. I bet it says cash. Hit the see more just in case I doubt there's anything more. This is a black Ford Lightning, and if you know anything about Lightnings, they only made them in 3 different colors: black, white, and red. I think white. Don't quote me on this. Was the least amount that were manufactured that color. I can't remember. There's geeks out there, they'll tell me I'm wrong. The one thing I do know about Lightnings, if you have a Lightning that has the 40-20-40 setup, that is big time.
Big time.
Yes, that is like a big deal. If it has that, and if it has, depending on the bumper it has, depending on what you're like. She's got it on some Mickey Thompsons that just don't look right.
No, wrong wheels.
Wrong wheels. It does have the cool bumper, in my opinion. Some people like the tube bumper that come on these. I like the factory painted Ford bumper.
Same.
Black's a hard color to see if it's a clean truck or not. I've always had a hard time. I mean, knowing
this thing with proper paint correction, I think would be good.
Let's hope there's interior pictures here. Oh, damn it.
Not a 40-20-40.
No, but check out the steering wheel. This is the coolest thing about Ford Lightnings. Ford Lightnings have...
Is that a factory wrap?
Yeah, they're a factory wrapped, very unique steering cover. I think that looks like it's a factory wrap. And the seats are very unique because they only came in Lightnings. Yeah. I always like... I mean, they're one of the coolest trucks that Ford ever produced in that era, I think.
Yeah.
They're the most unique. And like, it's the only one that has fog lights and all this stuff that's you don't see very often. And it still has, okay, so that cover over the intake that says Lightning is a big deal too. Yeah. A lot of people got rid of those. They're hard to find. That's a big deal.
Wait,
and,
that right there?
Yeah. That's a cover. And
is it really?
Yeah, it's a cover you pull off there to get to the intake bolts. And then your intake tube, everything's original on this truck, which is cool for that amount of mileage. So
it is interesting to see it with 284. Like somebody bought this and just drove it.
Right.
Like this is their everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that the Lightnings are one of the most unique trucks in the OBS spectrum, just because most OBS trucks, when you start digging into wiring diagrams, they're the only ones that are unique from all the other platforms.
Right.
They are to their own in a lot of ways, which I think is kind of neat.
So what do you think about the new Light?
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk.
Wow.
Let's just talk about something else. Anyway, this Lightning, I mean, that's a pretty spicy number for a lot of miles, but there are people that are buying them up.
If this was a white one,
oh, I kick myself for selling our white one.
I can't believe you sold it.
So
I'm so stupid.
This says white was only a 2-year of the 3 years of production.
Yeah, and if you look at the number production on white, I think it was like
white was 1,460 in 94 and 761 in 95. That's it.
Yeah, well, I think white is a little bit rare, but you know what's funny is you see people now, which is cool. They're taking them and they're like repainting them, putting the Lightning badges on them in different blues and stuff like that, or blues and colors that never had, and it looks cool.
Yeah.
The only thing bad about Lightnings, in my opinion, is the TTB front end. Like Chevrolet,
the TIB.
Yeah, TIB.
Wait.
No, it's a T. What would you call
TTB's twin traction beam.
Okay, so
the TIB is twin I-beam.
Twin I-beam. There you go. Yeah, Thank you for correcting me. I think that's the only thing that Chevrolet in this era had. The SS 454 Chevrolet
came with A-arms and like a good 2-wheel drive suspension.
Right. That's the only thing that sucks about these trucks.
Yeah.
I know people are like, well, you put DJM drop beams on this and that. I'm like, dude, no. It sucks, but
you either go Crown Vic front end or you go full tubular A-arms.
Right.
And do it right.
It sucks. There's no in between, so to speak, which you can buy a Chevy half-ton, short box.
Yeah, and you're already
you buy some
3/4 of the way there.
Yep.
With the 454 SS, like short box, 2-wheel drive,
single cab.
100%. I want one so bad. Black.
Yep.
The Lightning I want in white. But like if I won the lottery, those Facebook posts, like there would be signs.
It'd be each one of those.
Not going to tell anybody, but there will be signs.
I would have a building and it would have a lot of 90s shit in it. And one of them, like I would have them parked side by side. The 454 SS single cab black with the red pinstriping.
Okay.
Short box 2-wheel drive with a white Lightning right next to it. Like, and I would probably spice both of them up. I'd probably go big block, but like,
well, I mean,
road.
The Lightning isn't exactly, not really much of its namesake there on the OBS Lightning.
The Lightning may be getting like a Whipple supercharged
still
Coyote
just a 351 is
What's
all
funny
it
though,
is.
well, it's a spicier 351, right? Because it has a GT40 heads and all that crap.
But it has a Lightning motor.
It's only 240 horse.
But if okay,
340 foot-pounds of torque.
So okay, so then go to the Chevrolet SS 454 and I think that ended in 94 because they didn't do it in the better dash in 95. I think it was only 92, 93, 94.
Was 94
somewhere.
where the gauges, the needles were like full, like they weren't needles, they were like full sweeps.
Yeah, they were goofy. I can't remember. There was something goofy about it, but they were cool trucks. The interior wasn't as cool as the Ford.
The doors were so heavy.
Yeah, they were like Camaro doors back then. They're all like overbuilt and underhinged.
Yes,
it's a solid argument.
Okay, so what is it?
230 horsepower
out of a 454.
So 385 foot-pound torque.
So check this out. There is a old Car and Driver that you can Google. I think it was Car and Driver where they went head to head between the Lightning and the SS.
Really?
And the Lightning kicked its ass.
No way.
Yes, there's a whole and I don't.
Well, the 351's got to be significantly lighter than a 454.
Correct.
For making similar power.
Isn't that funny? That 454 is so choked up.
Oh yeah.
And probably detuned or whatever it is to pass the missions of that year.
Yeah, the compression ratio is like 7.5 to 1 or something.
Yeah.
Like,
isn't that cool though?
Takes boost immediately.
But that era of truck, Chevrolet and Ford, both produced very cool looking trucks.
And that is what like disappoints me with the current Lightning. I don't
That's
care.
a big disappointment.
I don't care that it's an electric truck because like as far as a sport truck goes, like you can make a badass electric truck that has crazy power, but it has 0 fender flares. It's not a sport truck. It's just an electric truck. And I wish they would have called it something else, or I wish they would have done
Ford Lame,
like a Ford Lightning with like Raptor fender flares on it, you know, and like made it actually like a sport truck and not their electric. Just like making the Lightning the electric truck, I think is kind of lame.
They should have called it the Ford like Lame Lightning or something, or the like something other than the Lightning, or to give it a different,
or at least made it like somewhat heritage to the Lightning. Like the two eras.
It's such
of
a
Lightnings.
joke. It's such a joke, and it's such a I don't know. It just slaps the face of the 90s and the that era, and even like the 2000 Lightnings were rad too.
They're really
they were cool too.
Yeah,
and, to make electric. But anyway, back to Lightning and 454 stuff and the Chevrolet SS. I think the Chevrolet SS body, or the Chevrolet in those years body style, is still one of my favorite Chevrolets of all times. I say it time and time again. Like we should start OBS Solutions, Ford and Chevrolet, the Chevrolet division, because that body style, it would good excuse to own one of those.
I would jump down that rabbit hole in a heartbeat with you.
Right. And like you look at what it takes to like really slam or like lower and Chevrolet in those years, and it's pennies on the dollar.
It's really cheap compared to a Ford.
It's pretty cool. So
I think Ford was much more 4-wheel drive focused than Chevrolet was.
It could have been.
If you look at even like 3/4 ton and 1 ton stuff, like you had the TTB and the 3/4 ton that was sprung wrong from the factory, but it was still pretty stout.
Yeah.
And then the 1 ton's like straight axle, like Chevy hasn't had a straight axle from the factory since
80s.
Early 80s, right?
Would have been it'd be the square body Chevs. Those are all straight axles.
Yes. Up until they went to the GMT 400, which is that like 90s, like 89 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's from then on,
Well, on that note, is that it, gentlemen?
I don't know.
What's our time right now?
Right at an hour.
Oh, shit. You know what? I got an idea. Let's just type in Ford Lightnings real quick. I'm just curious. How many Lightnings are out there for sale? Well, speaking of this,
you're going to get some new ones.
Hope not.
Is
that a different one in Austin, Texas?
So we have a 2020. Ooh. Whoa.
Wait a minute. Check that out. Check out this exhaust on the side.
Oh, it's got like, what do you call those?
Side pipes.
Are those lake pipes?
Lake pipes. Oh, man.
No trades. That is the description. And this is in Leander, Texas. $14,523. 95 Ford F-150 regular cab Lightning short bed, but it has
a flare side, step side, whatever side you want to call it, box on it, which it doesn't look terrible.
It says supercharged.
I'm interested now. Now it's got a supercharger on it. It's Oxford white.
Oh yeah, it's Pro Charged.
Yeah, Pro Charged. Thank you.
Lightning intake,
and it is a Lightning, but someone swapped the bed on. What's the center console? What is the?
Yeah,
that's an updated interior. That center console's from like the
F-150.
Yeah, early.
What happened here?
2000s.
Look at the dash.
The instrument cluster.
Someone's put some. Someone's done some serious modifications on this. Okay, so they took, and just to give you a description, if you aren't seeing this live, it looks like those. I can't tell.
Why it says SVT Lightning on the center console.
So I wonder if he's got like a 2000s interior from a Lightning.
But those seats, check this out. This is kind of cool. As much as this guy has done some goofy stuff with the center console being out of a 2000 era Lightning, the seats are still what appears to be the original Lightning seats, which are very rare, and they reupholstered them to match the black and white scheme going on. And if you go, no, it's fine. Look how, so the Lightning seats are the only ones that have a bolster that that grabs you
in.
Someone upholstered the bolsters, and it doesn't look terrible.
No, it looks good.
I mean, a white seat would be hard to keep clean, which
the pedals, that always kills me.
Yeah, the Euro pedal look, or the race pedal. What do you call that?
Walmart pedal.
The Walmart pedals, yes.
Like they just look like the Ricer. Like I went to AutoZone and I got these off that spinning rack
next to the Tree car fresheners
and your tire. Why am I spacing this?
I don't know.
You know where you put air on your tires?
Yes, tire checker, tire pressure, tire.
Your stem.
Yes.
Caps.
Oh, your like, custom ones.
Yeah, your custom stem caps. Wow,
that was tough.
That's all right. I'm sorry.
It's getting late. Let's see other pictures here. It's got a roll pan on it.
I don't mind. Ooh, oh gosh, the hood. The hood is bad. I don't know what you call that, but it's like a cowl. It's like a double cowl induction with vents.
It'd be cool if it was functional. It'd be cool if it it went into the intake, of some sort.
Yeah.
That's it for pictures.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah,
we don't have a ton of time.
No. What else you got for Lightnings?
Can we look at the 2002?
Yeah. I don't know if I love or hate those.
It's such I feel like this body style F-150 is made to be the Lightning.
Yes.
To be low and like pro street looking truck. Yeah. Like that's
the body lines were meant for it.
These in 4-wheel drive looks terrible. Out. But like this, it looks great.
I like them in crew cab trophy trucks.
No, they still look. I don't know
I mean, at that point, it's just an expedition, isn't it?
I mean, it's not far from it. You're not far off. So this one, guys, is a 2002 F-150 regular cab Lightning short bed, 31,500 in Belton, Texas, 127,000 miles, 2002 Ford SVT Lightning, dynoed at 585 to the wheels.
I bet that's fun.
Price is firm as it's priced for less than I have in it to build it. Any less, and I will add it to the collection. The only trade I would consider is a 1964 and a half to 1965 Mustang convertible red on red. 1 year only color, Gen 1 Coyote swap, GT500 Predator turbo or supercharger, new sound system, new SVT Lightning seat upholstery, new wheels, tires from LMR, digital instrument cluster. So this is a Lightning that's done right.
Yeah, Coyote.
Does he show a picture? Oh, there it is. Wow.
Gen 1 Coyote swap and supercharged from a GT500.
That's pretty cool. I mean, a little rough under the hood, but not terrible.
Yeah, the underhood's not flawless. The paint, the color, I'm a sucker for blue cars.
Are you?
Oh, big time.
Okay.
I love blue. I sold the only blue. No, I do own a blue car.
Which one?
My Toyota.
Oh, there you go. The forever Toyota you'll never sell.
Which is, I got an axle housing for it. I think it's going to get 39s and a bob bed, and it's going to be a wheeler. That's a different story.
That's a story for a different day. I mean, look at the inside of this thing. It's pretty cool. This factory seats then?
Yeah, reupholstered.
That's
SVT.
Pretty cool.
Because the first gen Lightnings were not SVTs, were they? Like
no, they were. I thought I always remember seeing a SVT of some.
The OBS ones were just Lightning. It was this generation that they made it an SVT because that was their like tuner package or whatever for all the vehicles during this era was SVT stuff.
Really?
Yeah. The factory tuner.
That's a cool
version.
What else is out there? That's pretty neat though.
Yeah, this is not bad.
At least this generation, the power was more like felt more representative of a Lightning because they were 360 to 380 horse and 440 to 450 foot-pounds of torque.
There's one right there. Oh, wrong seats in it. I was hoping to see like a good one with the right seat combo. Yeah, there's that red one for $24K in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I'm not a red fan, but man, they look good. They look good on that truck.
So, OKC, Oklahoma, 93 Ford Lightning, 24,000, has 70,859 miles. Frame off paint job, OEM red, full exhaust like new tires, OEM wheels, bed cover, has full sound system. Not going to read all of that. Paint is new in great condition. Exhaust sounds great. HVAC is cold. Heater is hot. No leaks or funny noises. Runs great. Drove from El Paso back to OKC.
Let's see the pictures.
Let's look at this.
Look, it's got the good bumper on it.
The good bumper, paint matched.
Okay. All original under the hood.
Besides the MSD cap and wires.
Right. But other than that, it's like not cobbled up. It's still, I mean, the bumpers aren't bent to shit or dinged. I mean, like you said, it's painted.
It's got a tonneau cover.
Which I'm not hating on it for like a sport truck.
OG Lightning wheels?
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. It's not, I mean, like, it's all there. The frame does look like someone rattle canned it, question mark?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Not the 40/20.
Not the 40, yeah. I mean, it's still a cool truck.
It has a Mexican steering wheel cover.
Yeah.
Well, steering wheel cover that has like Mexican blanket.
Yeah,
esque.
Or Sky's. Sky likes that.
Oh yeah.
Poncho look.
Oh, I'm with him.
I know you are.
I've had a lot of those.
That's not a bad truck.
No, it's not. Price tag is it's a little more than I would.
We're not seeing anything really
for that price. I would rather have like this Gen 2 Lightning that is, beautiful.
160K Gen 2 Lightning. Looks like it's all there.
Charcoal gray.
It's a cool color.
Like
wheels
have to go.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
But I like the exhaust on these trucks.
Yeah, at the side like that.
Yeah, and it's molded on the passenger side. Like the taillights can't do those.
It has so if you're listening, it has the what do you call the ching chong taillights that you get off of like Amazon or something.
I mean, for lack of a better term, like they're very like the Mexi style, like chrome taillights.
Okay, the fin on the back doesn't look bad. It doesn't look terrible.
I'm surprised you said that.
I don't hate that.
I wouldn't install it myself,
but you know what's funny?
Hate it.
It molds to the back of the factory plastic, like it goes with it.
Yeah,
like it's got a little fin on the back. It's not very big, and it looks like it fits really good.
I wasn't wrong.
Well, I mean, they like those trucks, bud.
I know. I like strokes for different folks.
I kind of like Hispanic culture when it comes to the street trucks. Do they do it right sometimes?
They're street trucks and like they're lowrider.
Yes,
like Mexican car culture
is badass. I can
get behind 100%.
Sometimes the wheels get a little
their
goofy.
Taillights.
Yes,
like they got some things that I'm not as into.
What's this down here? I see an OBS door with a small Nemo mirror.
Ooh,
Lightning.
It's a white Lightning.
It's a white one. 250K. Ooh.
Okay.
We're so far not terrible.
Not much for description. It's located in Edinburgh, Texas.
Oh gosh, that looks good.
Didn't you own one of these?
Yeah, just like that.
And you didn't pay that much for it, did you?
No, I did not.
And it had less miles?
Yes, it did.
Oh.
I know.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the two bumper.
Yeah, not a two bumper guy.
That's okay. That can be changed.
Looks like a dent in the back, the front,
this thing's been driven. Somebody enjoyed this, but this is the color I would want.
Yeah. Not terrible. We're not hating on it. Oxford white.
40,
and it's got the 40/20. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Someone buy this thing right now. Oh shit. That's awesome.
Wow.
Look at this.
Dude, I would love to have a set of those seats, like to put in
a pair of them in a crew cab, front and rear.
Yes.
That'd be so killer.
Yeah.
You have front and rear lightning seats that have bolsters that all work and everything.
Yeah, and what's the dual power options here?
Well, that's one's the bolster and one's your your
bolster and your lumbar?
Yeah,
and
both.
Are the bolsters
they inflate and they suck you in, like,
but they have the bag in them too. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I only assume it's a bag. I believe. Isn't that a cool truck?
That is really cool.
And the material they use on the seat is almost like your new Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
It's like a
more
rough,
more
thicker,
tweedy.
Yeah, and like thicker material. Like it doesn't feel like that thin shit that you would if you had a knife or if you had like something sharp in your pocket it would cut. That stuff always feels like thicker.
If anybody has these front seats,
good luck.
40/20/40s, I would like to buy them.
Yeah, have you seen the price tag on these seats? They're like $2,000.
Really? I mean, that's cheaper than
just for like
Shillman's.
Well, that's true. That is true.
To have a pair of those in a truck,
that's
in a
cool.
crew cab would be
front and rear.
Yeah, front and rear.
That's a very the white lightnings are the shit.
Oh, they're so
cool.
good. There's things though that like if I was Ford, I wish they would have done like instead of XLT, put lightning.
Yeah.
Or just the lightning bolt.
Look how the white though. This is what mine was doing. It was the white, the paint's coming off everywhere and all the cracks and crevices. That's what sucks. Cleared? No, I mean it's cleared. It was cleared, but it's just the paint's coming off everywhere. And the guy that bought mine, he's doing a total frame off. It's got a Coyote.
What's his name?
Oh,
is it Eddie?
No. Why am I forgetting this?
He has another truck that has my suspension on.
Yes, he has a single cab.
A black one?
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
Him and his wife came picked it up. They're the nicest people. And he is like frame off, Coyote. It's getting tubbed. It's getting like the frame's all getting redone. And hopefully he'll bring it to the truck show this summer is what he's hoping for.
Is he going to let you drive it?
I don't want to drive it, dude.
Yeah.
That's the coolest truck. I should never let go of it. That's why you got to keep them all. Right, Colin? You gotta keep them all. Like
that's dangerous too.
Like that, don't let the wife know, but just tell them, like, oh no, I sold that one. Meanwhile, it's in the back somewhere, and or you know what it is? I got it, guys. Here's what you do if Lisa's not listening. You go in like halves or quarters with other buddies, and you rent a building or you buy a building, and you just store all the shit that you don't want the wife to know about.
And you turn it. Like that's when you have enough money where you like turn that building into where it's got a full bar and like man cave zone.
I'm working late tonight. I can't. I gotta work late tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then
there's dirt bikes and snowmobiles and trucks and all the stuff just kind of chilling in one zone. And you go in there and you drink your whiskey and you
bullshit with your friends. Yep. And you keep your projects there that no one knows about except for you and your buds.
Yeah. That's like I think that's like real rich dude. Things.
Well, if real rich dudes don't really give a shit about hiding stuff from their other spouse. I'm talking about like, oh no, I got rid of that truck and it's gone. And you're like,
you're never getting away with that.
Yeah, dude. Next, couple years, I'm gonna bring it back. You won't know about it. I just bought this one.
I get in trouble because she'll see me sell something on Marketplace.
Okay.
And I take the cash and I open my desk drawer and put it in an envelope. She's like, "Why are you hiding cash from me?" Like, I'm not. Show you how much is in here.
I sold it for $200.
Sold something on Marketplace. You could have, and you could take the cash.
I had to deal with the person. I had to sell the thing.
Dude, my newest thing is selling the skeletons from the Plas table. We don't go through a ton of them, but
you sell them.
Yeah,
people buy them.
$600 worth day before yesterday.
What are they using them for?
Fences, gates.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Same thing he used them for right there.
Art.
Who does that? I do.
Well, I was like, I'm just throwing these things in the scrap metal bin.
Right.
May as well put them up for sale on Marketplace. So I listed them for $40 each. A dude came and bought 16 of them.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's like, I owe you $640. I'm like, 6 is good.
You're doing me a solid.
Otherwise, like, I was going to throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. You just got to. I list everything on Marketplace now. Like if it's something that I would just like throw away or get rid of that might be willing to sell, I put it up for $10 or $20 and it almost always sells.
I'm sorry, dude. I just don't want to deal with people and selling shit. It sucks balls dealing with people and selling stuff. I hate it.
There is that.
I would rather not sell anything ever again and just Like trade it in a dealership if it's something like is trade-inable or whatever. It sucks.
It does.
Like marketplace is the wild, wild west. And like you saw on this messaging thing for the, your Centurion, there's so many dipshits that just want to like make comments and this and that. It's like, dude, then.
Oh, the conversation of that guy, like reaching out.
Right.
I just want to make sure we're looking at the same truck.
Why do you have to make comments? Why,
like,
if you think it's like overpriced.
I'm just as bad because I responded. But at the same point, like I try my level best, especially online and in general. Like, I mean, just in general. Right. I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be a bad person. But I have to be especially cautious just due to my business and my online interactions. But if you message me about something I have listed on Marketplace for a fair market value, and all you're doing is critiquing what it is and why it's for sale, then you're going to see the fiery side of me come out.
Why do people have to ask or like make stupid comments? Just go buy. Just go and buy it. Don't make a stupid comment about it. Like you don't have to buy it. Yeah.
He's like, that's not even a running and driving rig. I'm like, yes, it says that in the ad. If it was running and driving, it would be so much more expensive.
To me, it's no different than when you see this stuff on Facebook, which is why I stay off that. When these groups and they post a truck for sale, and all these people come out and go, that's way too much money, or I can't believe it. Like, why do you have to say that? Just like go on by. I mean, someone can sell whatever they want for whatever dollar amount they want. It's a free country, dude. Who cares?
If you have time to say that, then probably aren't doing what you need to be able to afford it.
Well, I think it's like, okay, that person, it's his or hers right to sell whatever they want for a certain price. If you don't like the price, then why say something?
Exactly.
If it doesn't sell, then obviously they know they have it marked too high.
And they're probably conservatives. They're like, oh yeah, Trump. Free market. And then they're like, why would you sell it for that price? Okay, it's the free market, dude.
You can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want. If it doesn't sell, guess what? Then I'm not getting my money. I will drop it in price. But until then, it is what it is.
The internet's a fun place.
It's aggravating.
Sometimes. But on that note, let's do one more so we don't end on a sour note.
I'm sorry. I really just let myself go down a dark place.
Can we find one more OBS lightning? Just please. Please. There's got to be one. No, it's not looking good. Oh, another white one in Brownsville, Texas.
First one under 100K.
This driven 181K. Original, clean body, no rust, clean interior, no tears. Everything works. Go to the see more if you don't mind.
Is
that it? Is that it? Oh, see less. Oh, mechanic. Okay. It's looking good so far.
This is looking
good. It's a
roll
90
pan,
which I don't hate.
I like the roll pan.
The roll pan's better than any of the bumpers.
Now stop it, Colin. Stop that right now. You're right.
It could be mini truck shit, man. You gotta have a roll pan.
But it should be like lowered a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gotta be. There's no interior pictures.
Oh no! Don't tell me that.
But exterior looks.
It looks good.
Really good. Did all Lightnings have dual tanks?
Yeah, that I know of. Here's one for you. If it's a 4-wheel drive truck, it's only a single tank. There's not enough real estate to have a transfer case in the second tank.
In
a short bed F-150, there's only enough room. They only have, and for the 4-wheel drive F-150 short box, single cab, it's only got one tank. Oh, did you see? Go up road. Keep going. The 92 Chevrolet S454 SS right there.
Here?
Yes.
Oh, we have to end on this one.
Look at that thing. Black too.
Oh, and look at the description.
Time out though. I didn't think they had the 454 in a flare side. I didn't know that. I thought they were all like a normal
the
box.
flare side, I almost like the Chevy flare side better.
Yeah, it looks good. That's a sick truck.
This is in Temple, Texas. 11,092 Chevrolet 1500 454 SS black.
And it is cool looking. Oh, maybe it's real.
Oh, there's only 2 pictures.
No. Who does that shit?
Devin, I think we need one.
Oh yeah, you let my wife know, I'll let your wife know, see how that goes. That thing is sick.
That's what I want that as my daily.
No, you'd get eaten up on the crappy roads here.
No, I guess that's not.
Oh, that sucks. That was a cool truck. I wish I had pictures of the interior. That sucks. Oh, there's one. 454, 27K.
I like this one better.
Oh, that has those welds on it. Those are sick wheels.
It's got 468 big block, all roller, 400 turbo.
That's a badass truck.
Located in Seguin, Texas. Black 454 SS.
That's a sick truck.
Red inside the bed.
Is it on air? At least it has air tank. Must be
red interior. I would take this truck with red interior.
Oh, hell yeah. 100%. Oh.
Yeah.
So different pulley system. So what we're looking at is a black 1990 Chevrolet 1500 454 SS short bed. Hey, Colin, real quick, crunching the numbers. How many of these did they make? And then why Colin's looking that up, it's got, like I said, a 454, but someone's redid the engine. Went through the engine. It's rocking. It says here, I'll give you the description. 1990 454 SS truck just installed a 468 big block all roller 400 turbo transmission, MSD ignition, vintage air front runner serpentine belt system. Which that thing's worth some money. That's a spendy system. 20-inch weld racing wheels, Nitto tires, which those welds look sick. That's a good looking wheel. Airbags, Black Widow exhaust. That right there is Ron's wet dream at our shop.
Is a 468 just a like 454 punched out 20 over?
I would think, but the question is, why would you do all that work and now you got to sell it? Why is that? That scares me. Like what? It's got a noise in it after you did it. Does something weird,
or you've done all that work and you're like, I'm really just over this truck.
I don't know. I mean, it looks good. I mean, it doesn't look like it's like that. Okay, that engine bay picture. So engine bay, it's got the updated kick-ass valve covers.
Yeah,
air cleaner. That's a very cool truck
AC.
right there. Looks like it's got big headers on it. Something, okay, the look, like 460s look cool, but 454 Chevys, the block, just how it's shaped, the valve cover.
Chevys look way better.
They look way cooler. I love when you put headers on them. They just look better. Just pound for pound, I think the Chevrolet looks a little bit cooler in the sense of engine looks.
Yes.
I don't know.
17,000 over 3 years.
Wow.
75% of them were built in 1990, though.
Wow.
So first year was the heavy production, and then after that, they really tailed it off.
Were they all, does it say what colors they were?
I haven't seen a color breakdown. I also don't see anything about there ever being a step side one.
I don't think, I've never seen a step side.
I haven't either.
Can you do a side shot of that one? I just want so I can take it home with me in my mind.
Because
that thing's so cool.
Red, white, and a few silver, it says, in 1990.
I don't think I've ever seen
other
silver.
than the black, which black was the main color.
And look how it's sitting. It's sitting perfect.
Oh, it sits perfect. It could be lower. It can always be lower.
No, see, I think street trucks, like actually performance street trucks, need to sit. I don't like them like a static height of yay. Too low doing rockers, not street trucky to me. It's more lowrider shit.
I can't believe.
No, Pro Street, like if you want, like a lot of these SS trucks, they really lean towards the Pro Street look.
Uh-huh.
And Pro Street trucks needs to be 100% on the ground.
In the weeds?
Yeah. Big tires in the back and just hammered low.
That's another good looking one, and it's got low miles.
I'm priced out on these trucks. I can't believe how expensive they are already.
Yeah. Okay, so there's another one, black.
468, 550 horse. Oh,
this is a cool truck, too. 22-inch welds, but 15 classic center lines for the truck as well. That's a cool truck.
Dude.
That's it. We're switching to OBS Chevy 454s.
Those are the gauges.
Yes. Dude, the gauges. Those gauges were so dorky back then. Though. Where's the shifter right there? What happened to the shifter? It's missing.
It's got a gated like ratchet shifter. It showed.
That sucks.
Right there.
Well, I'm out. I like the other one better.
Especially if you're only putting out like 550.
I was gonna say you make that out of a small block Ford.
Yeah, 550 doesn't deserve a shifter like
no,
that.
It does not.
That's like 1,500 horse with some serious fat tires in the back, and you're running like
not a streeter truck.
No. It's cool though. It's cool. Well, gentlemen, we should probably end this show because we could probably spend all day looking at this shit. There's some cool Chevrolet. Dude, the Chevrolet market there in Texas is pretty spicy.
There's some good stuff.
Okay, scroll down one more time. Just one more time.
I love this color. Just saying.
Yep. One more. Let's see.
One more.
Oh, the white. Please be. You got a 12 for the 89 or the 89 Chevrolet Silverado. Let's just click on that last one. I swear to God, this is it.
Yeah, right. Oh,
that's
a good looking truck.
Yeah, on welds as well. It looks
454 long tube headers drop the right way.
That's a good looking truck. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that must not be an SS.
It's still a 454.
Yeah. I wonder how many they made. Someone put a carburetor on it. That sucks. Well, look how tight that is on this. It's like next to that control arm bracket.
Yeah,
Holy
look at the welds
shit.
on that exhaust.
Ooh.
Yoinks.
She looks rough.
Somebody took that to just your standard muffler shop.
Put these headers on for me.
Yeah. Tie it back into the exhaust. I don't care about mandrel bends, TIG welding.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, man. I could do this all night.
I could
do this all night. Shit. Oh, that's cool. Okay, one more. Just scroll. Just one more.
Just one more.
Oh, right there. 92 454 SS, Dallas, Texas, 86K. Wheels
86.
Wheels are a little bit tall.
That video looks like it's going to be bad.
I don't hate that wheel, though.
I don't hate it.
We're talking another black 454 SS, and it sits pretty good. It's got like a 22-inch wheel. Interior is red, of course. Oh, it's all in Spanish.
How about my breed?
I put up for sale. This is cool. I don't even want to talk about that.
720 horse.
No. What?
Must be. That's not a stock big block.
Hard to say.
Yeah, it could have valve covers.
Oh, look at the bed.
In the fuel tank.
In the bed.
It's got a fuel cell.
Yeah, it might be a serious little bit of runner. Oh.
Yeah, it's a linked rear end. I mean, if the carpet matches the drapes on this one, I bet it's a little rowdy.
38K.
38.
Damn.
I didn't realize I can't afford 1992 Chevrolet 454 SS.
I think they're more spicy than the OBS Ford market.
No kidding.
That is, we learned a lot today.
We really did.
Well, hey, John, thanks so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you guys for coming over.
Colin, always a pleasure.
And you guys are listening to the Truckery podcast where we talk all things.
That's right. OBS trucks mainly, but obviously we dabble in 454 SS Chevrolet trucks from the 90s because we love them.
And I'm like, I think I need to add an alert to my marketplace.
Sure,
searches.
bud. That's exactly what you need to do because I'm sure Trent would love that.
If we can develop parts on it.
There you go.
I don't know how big that market's not very big.
Hey, you know what? It's worth it. It's a good excuse to do so. By the way, like, subscribe, follow us, all that stuff. And yes, you are hearing this right. We are We are on Facebook and Spotify.
Spotify
to watch
YouTube.
it. YouTube to watch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're getting all that dialed in, and we're staying strong. I'm really proud of consistency.
Yeah. So we're trying our best, people. We're both very busy. Even Colin over here. Colin's doing all kinds of hood rat stuff. He has his own podcast. So we thank Colin for coming in and holding our hand and as we go along here. So
yeah, he's really helped take it up a notch.
Yes, that's true. So thanks again, Colin. And thanks you guys for listening.
Cheers.